Boise Cascade's commitment to customers, employees, communities, and the environment is rooted in the forest. This is where it all begins. Quality products start with quality materials, and the Northeast Washington region is surrounded by healthy Douglas fir, larch, and pine forests. Boise Cascade has 3 mills in the region. We produce plywood and lumber out of Kettle Falls. We also have a lumber mill in nearby Arden. All 3 mills rely on raw material from the surrounding area, which includes the Colville National Forest and thousands of acres of state, tribal, and private forests. Boise Cascade does not own forest land. We purchase logs from agency, tribal, and private landowners by competitive bid. Our goal is to manufacture quality wood products while working with landowners to enhance wildlife and aquatic habitat, protect clean water, and provide recreation opportunities. Across North America, we're seeing growing interest in using wood for construction, partly because wood is a renewable resource. Our goal is to promote a sustainable wood supply that meets market demand as well as environmental goals. Timber harvesting not only helps improve the health of the forest, it helps pay for stream restoration, roadwork, and other environmental benefits. Much of our timber used in the Northeast Washington region comes from private landowners. When landowners can manage their forest's profitability, these lands are more likely to remain sustainably managed. Strong markets for wood products provide a financial incentive for landowners to invest in their forests and keep them healthy. Responsible harvesting also benefits the environment. When a forest is left with too many stems per acre, all the trees get weaker. This makes a forest more susceptible to insect infestations and wildfires. Healthy demand for wood products is good for people too, supporting jobs right here in Northeast Washington. To maximize the amount of usable wood we get, we carefully tailor our wood procurement contracts to match the species and diameter of trees in the stand with our manufacturing needs. We purchase cut logs delivered to our mills. We also purchase the right to harvest standing timber, which means we are responsible not only for optimum utilization of the material harvested, but for how the harvest is managed and carried out. Either way, we promote the use of trained logging contractors who employ environmentally sensitive and up-to-date harvesting methods and equipment. While there are many ways to harvest trees, an increasing number of our timber sales in this region are harvested using a cut-to-length system, shown here. The cut-to-length method was best for this site because the land is relatively flat and easily accessible. It was also the best environmental choice. This location is being managed for wildlife, and the harvest method leaves branches in the field, providing good habitat and reducing soil impacts by creating a slash mat for the equipment to walk over. With cut-to-length logging, the machine cuts the tree low to the ground, then lifts the stem to remove limbs, leaving branches and tops in the forest. The machine then places the log aside, where it can be brought to the landing by a forwarder. Next, the logs are gathered, sorted by the mill, and loaded. The load is carefully tagged, and then trucked to one of our mills to be manufactured into plywood or lumber. The tagging system, in conjunction with our own in-place company systems, gives Boise Cascade the ability to track the load to its site of origin, helping us meet requirements for Sustainable Forestry Initiative, SFI, and Forest Stewardship Council, FSC, certifications. All of Boise Cascade's timber procurement agreements in the Northeast Washington region use best management practices and comply with federal and state regulatory requirements. The state's comprehensive guidelines of the Washington Forest Practices Act govern everything from harvest methods, reforestation requirements, soil protection, and streamside setbacks, where areas next to waterways, called riparian zones, can be buffered to enhance water quality. We carefully manage all timber sales and oversee everything from initial forest assessment through harvesting, utilizing trained contractors in order to meet all requirements of the Washington Forest Practices Act. We even monitor safety during harvesting to make sure everyone working on our behalf is doing so safely. This commitment requires detailed oversight and numerous field visits by Boise Cascade's professional foresters. When purchasing logs, we meet with landowners and provide them with information on best management practices, reforestation and sensitive area setback requirements, wildlife protection, and other important issues. Careful oversight also allows us to ensure that none of our wood comes from areas with illegal or non-approved forest practices. And we work with our harvesting partners on fire prevention measures, including landing pile chipping at unique areas or areas with smoke management concerns. We use third-party auditing of our log procurement practices, which includes site visits. It's our way of ensuring compliance with our commitments. One of our core values is sustainability. We manage our businesses to protect environmental resources for future generations. The success of our company depends on responsible environmental stewardship. Responsible harvest is responsible business. Learn more at www.bc.com/sustainability.